Good morning, Azeroth. It is the 9th of January 2025. Grab your morning beverage and welcome to the stream. We're pushing on our Mage again today, so close to that 1800 rating. Hoping we can get that sorted today and can move on to our Druid with plenty of time left before the next patch. Without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well today. It's still cold and frosty over here. Keep yourselves warm, keep yourselves hydrated. You've got this. Alright, we'll be doing some Siren Isle as we're in queue. Still got currency to earn.
Get your feet moving. We got a tunnel to blast open.
Plenty to be getting on with.
Beladar, shift in your favor.
Grab up all of our little weekly things here. Already knocked these out on the Paladin, so we're just, as I say, building up more Flame Blessed Iron.
Stay in the light. Keep an eye on the Dawn Towers. Walk in the light.
Got to remember to grab those rocket boots. How's that cute looking? 9 minutes. Oh,
Find it before you have to fight over it.
Ruffius dropping them in. Given how many Horde folks are about, unlikely I'm going to be able to get a hold of it, but you never know. We gotta give it a try. We gotta find out. Maybe there's nobody there. There's people here for sure. Oh, I hadn't dropped yet. Keep fighting for it. Priest will be back in a moment. Damn, Priest is back. No way I'm going to be able to get there. Maybe if I'd polymorph... Well, no, with Hunter you can't really get away with that because then all the pets are just going to eat your face. We tried. 6-minute wait time. I'll believe it when I see it, game. Yeah. Yesterday we got through the main campaign of the game we've been playing on the evenings at the moment, which is Listfanger. Like a tactical action game where you can rewind time and fight alongside these little clones of yourself that they'll go through and do, say, the run you've been doing. So if you've gone in a combat arena and it's got 3 directions, if you've gone one way and fought a load of dudes on one side, your clone will go off and do that. You rewind, go another way, go down the middle, etc. Really enjoyed it. They've expanded that combat sandbox as the game has gone on. I kind of wish they'd done a few more of the more complex mechanics sooner, but even so, Really enjoyable and highly recommend it. It's an indie that came out early last year. It was very good stuff. Well, stuck. I think next on the docket, I probably want to get back to a game called Remnant 2, which I really, really enjoyed the year it came out. But I never got around to playing all of the different DLCs that came out for it. Started the second one, but only really got to like the intro point where there was a big lore dump. As I say, just didn't get around to it. So we've got that, the third DLC, and then the boss rush, which isn't the roguelike mode from the first one that I was hoping for, but still heard people have enjoyed it, so I'm very curious to give it a look-see. Probably be next on the docket. Then, towards the end of January, we've got Eternal Strands, which is a game made by one of the, well, obviously a team of folks, but headed up by one of the former Dragon Age folks. Very curious to see how that's going to turn out. Did a bit more of a deep dive on it the other day. There's some really interesting gameplay implications, mixing like fire, ice, and telekinesis to kind of pull bits about from the environment. You can use ice to like freeze a dragon's wing to a wall you can make and stuff like that. Like there's a load of different stuff. Makes it extremely interesting. It's more like biomes than it is open world per se. But I'm very curious to give that a go as well. As we said before, February is going to be pretty busy for stuff. Monster Hunter Wilds coming out. Very, very excited. They just announced the other day they're going to be doing another open beta test. I don't think I'll end up streaming that one. I may play a little bit of it over a weekend. Just because it's pretty much the same content as before. However, there is now an old monster that's come back in, which is Gypsyros, which if you've played Monster Hunter, you know the bugger. He kind of has a flashbang and can play dead. It's kind of his claim to fame. It looks like they're leaning into that all the more this time around. I'm not going to be able to deal with getting these rare quests done on war mode, am I? Very unlikely, but you never know. But yeah, other than that, there isn't any new stuff that's going to be in that beta, so I'm not too bothered streaming it. Just because there won't be anything new to see, it'll just be me doing the same stuff, nothing else. It's fun to say when you're playing an MMO where you're doing the same stuff repeatedly all the time, but you know what I mean. We're going to be playing enough of it once it comes out. And while I'm going to assume they're on the same trajectory as they've always done, which is game will come out, it'll get a year of support, and then they'll get their G rank, master rank if you've played World expansion come out thereafter, which gives it a proper end game. Well, like base World had some end game, but it was more just you were farming investigations and waiting for the individual DLC drops. It wasn't really an end game per se. Not like Iceborne's DLC with the I was going to say the Timeless Isle. It's not the Timeless Isle. I can't remember its name. There was a zone you went to which was like a mix of all the other zones, and you could just fight to your heart's content, earn new materials. Eventually could earn all their transmog, which is lead armor, through there. And it was really fun just to chill there, fun, drop in with a few friends. It was really good stuff. So I'm just really curious if Wilds, from a baseline, will have more of a considered end game for its base game. Or maybe they change up and they don't do the whole wait and expansion for master rank stuff. Maybe they get all that out at the beginning, but to be fair, if we look at it from a business angle, they probably want that. Just for the sales, if not else. Right, that's them sorted. It's going to be very interesting. There's been a lot more videos posted about it as well going over some of the new zones. I don't like to look too deep on the Monster Hunter stuff because I love to be surprised when playing it. Especially when you're seeing old monsters come back out of nowhere. I remember playing, we were going through Worlds for the first time. And I'd introduced a friend who'd never played Monster Hunter. Obviously it was all handheld beforehand. We're fighting Basil Goose, so if you've played, you know he's like big pinecone-faced wyvern who does like bombing runs, a literal plane bomber across the battlefield. Very ridiculous music that became quite infamous over the course of the game's lifespan. And you know, we were chilling, we were doing alright, and then suddenly I see out the corner of my eye an old monster known as Devil Joe, or the Pickle, because of how he looks. And I said to my friend, run, we gotta leave, we gotta go. And my friend turned around like, what do you mean we gotta, oh, what is that thing? Oh! And then we're just fleeing from the giant pickle. It was delightful. It was still a tough fight. It was Devil Joe in World as well. They got some ridiculous stuff, like, what was it? The Final Fantasy crossover they did with Behemoth? That was a hell of a fight. Trying to do that to get the extreme version to get the layered armor, I remember doing when it first came out and finding it nearly impossible. Even going back and doing it during Iceborne. Even if you had the DPS, you still had to nail the mechanics, and doing it solo was a bit of a chew-up. But it was a lot of fun to see something a little different. Where are we? I went from 6 minutes to 15. Yeah, what a garbage game. Honestly. Why is this ring being higher started on this character rather than my main? That I don't quite understand. Let's go find some more pepper. Oh! Oh, I should have landed on the Shadow Priest earlier. We learn as we go. More peppers. But I think about it, just how successful World was, and it took what was a niche franchise. Like, it was always big in Japan. Like, from what I understand, it was almost like Call of Duty over there on handheld. Like, how much people loved it and played it, but it always struggled getting bigger over in the West. And again, I think that's mainly because of the handheld situation. You want to do well here, you need really shiny graphics, and you need to be on folks' TVs and PCs. And World finally broke that boundary. And it was wonderful to see someone who's not been a lifelong fan of the series, but who's enjoyed it for a good few games before that point. And it really... Honestly, that first time playing World was bloody magical. Getting lost in those biomes and environments, like fighting monsters for the first time, it was really good stuff. And a lot of the information before launch, what they were trying to do, they were trying to get the big serpentine monsters like the Gaiacris, who's the big underwater one from Monster Hunter 3, or Monster Hunter Try, rather, not 3. Naming conventions over there for that series are messy, but there's a lot of them, and every G-Rank expansion has its own one as well. Then there are cross games in between that mix them together. But the Monster Hunter, one of the things that's really important, and with that initial testing to try and get the Gaiacris, or however you say it, some of the names, get it working, didn't end up panning out. And for Monster Hunter, why that's important is because of the skeleton and the animation rig of each creature. If they could get it working for one, they can bring a load of different creatures that share that skeleton and the baseline animations, because all of them kind of build off that. And so seeing in the trailers for Wild, they've got that skeleton already from the strange worm creature we fought in the beta to the giant spider thing in the trailers. That's opened up the door to pretty much the vast majority of monsters that have been in that franchise, so Wilds could really be wild, for lack of a better term. Right, Let's focus up. An elemental shaman, a holy priest, set focus to the DPS. Through warrior and assassination rogue. Make sure we've buffed them. Slap down a table just to be polite. Let's see how we go. I know, best case scenario, we can do this in maybe 2 or 3 wins, but won't necessarily be that simple. Where's that bone face from for the priest there? I like that. A quick swig of his drink. And here we go. Oh no. Oh, the shaman is coming. Okay, okay, okay. Oh dear. Getting absolutely shredded. Always feared and silenced. And keep the slows going. Oh, he's nearly gone. Able to get the road quick enough. Oh, yes! Cutting it close a couple times there. It's a good start. See if we can keep it up. Swig of his beverage. Thankfully warm. Very flimsily dressed rogue. Oh, that spread, that wasn't pleasant. Steal a couple of those heals. Nice. Just did in the healer there. Unusual, but it worked. The pros of spell steal. Very fancy scythes on the warrior. I think that's from, what's his name? Argus. The raid I'd love to go back to sometime. Now we know the rogue really likes that heal. So we're going to have to try and protect them, slowed out the rogue. Oh, silence. Leave this healer alone. Ooh. Danger zone. Nice. Just a quick swap. Oh, the healer was cycloned. That worked really well. I didn't even realise the healer had been cycloned. We swapped. This one's going to be a little more tricky with both the melee DPS, though. Right, off we go again. Oh, they got to the other side just in time. Ooh, we nearly had the healer as well. I know they went to the angel form. I don't know if then they would have died or come back with a little bit. I think that would have been it. They were close. And the ice wall. If I hesitated throwing up the ice wall. If I had kind of locked them in there, I was just worried about locking in our teammate and getting 2v1'd. Even though the other two are on pretty low health. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. It's my ice block heal. There we go. So much miss in this rogue. No, nearly, but not quite. I'm out of mana. More spell stealing at the moment. Damn. That's a good arcane lock. Nice. Oh, 50 rounds of shuffle. Very good. I don't even know how we got away with that one, but it worked out. The old school style. Like, they've mixed some old and new stuff to make that outfit work. Very nice. Okay, let's see how we do. Everybody invisible. Oh, and we just did it before the healer got in. That was real nice. Plus 60 rating for it as well. Oh, 3 rating off. Man, that would have been fantastic.
Get your feet moving. We got a tunnel to blast open. This
Oh.
kaboom ought to be good.
That's probably the best we've played this whole time.
Say,
Love it.
What do you think washed down that drain? Maybe it's treasure, or maybe it's monsters, and maybe those monsters have treasure.
We will not tolerate a threat to
Morning,
our
Mac.
airship on this
Hope you're
island,
doing well
no
today,
matter
bub.
where it may
Just missed a
hide.
hell of a match.
Allies of the Arathi,
Went
prepare
really,
for
really
battle.
well.
Our
Who's hitting me?
troops will strike at this draconic horror within its lair. A barrage of cannon fire will reveal its presence. Prepare yourselves.
Well, that went really well. Now, for the rest of the day, we are not going to see games that good. I guarantee it. Guarantee we are 3 points off hitting 1800, and it's not going to happen. Nah, I gotta have some faith. We just gotta play like we did there. Right, what else do I need to gather for these wheatleys? I need one more rare. More Very cool, and I assume... Have that. Yeah, more peppers, please. Oh, I got my heart racing that last one. Goodness me. Very exciting. Again, we still need to get the rest of these... What are they called? Storm fleck debris on the isle for our dwarven character here, which is just going to take a while of going through. Probably still want to... Is that, you know, that's not going to be time limited. We don't have to worry about that. So we'll definitely have to jump onto the druid. Be at that 1800 rating. And because it's been a while, I'm absolutely going to have to do some battleground practice on them as well. Just to even understand the rotation a little bit again. Play around with it. Alright, warrior. I'm coming back for you. Wine. Most folks, when a boss has spawned, are running into those. But again, such is being on war mode. Go get revenge. Couldn't tell if it was just the warrior either. Hang on. That combat log at. Seems like it was, unless you had a healer, which is unlikely. Yeah. Now, where are you before I just jump onto my body? Sodded off? Looks like it. Right, we continue farming then. Got to have eyes on a swivel. Yeah, as well as Monster Hunter Wilds, as we were talking through, Avowed's the next one, and Avowed's interesting, not only because it's an Obsidian-made RPG, and a lot of theirs have tended to done really well, but because it's in the Pillars of Eternity franchise. Now, I've played through both of those, and those are very old-school CRPGs, a little before Baldur's Gate's freeze time. But certainly, the second one was around the same time as Divinity Original Sin 2. And while I can't remember much about them, I remember the first one you had like a base camp and you were defending it and there was like a giant arm coming out at some point. I really can't remember it that well. It was a long time ago now. Like one of those early Kickstarter things, I believe. The sequel, you were on a boat, like a ship the whole time, like managing your crew, and that's how you travel around the world, and they'd just constantly be singing sea shanties, and it was really endearing for that. And you were doing various things, talking to various gods constantly, so all that was under threat. Now I know for Avowed, they don't have any like romance companions, and the state of the... I don't know where it's set in terms of the state of the world, like what characters will be about. I'm going to assume it's set after Pillars of Eternity 2. That would just make sense. But I can't say for sure. I haven't done too much deep diving on it, but nonetheless. I haven't seen someone tackle that Elder Scrolls first-person approach in a way that's really kicked off, but I've faith that game will do well. And early previews of it seem to speak very highly of what it's doing, the quality of the writing as well. The only problem, it comes out around the same time as Monster Hunter Wilds, so there's going to be a lot of time for each of them. They're both going to be pretty big games. So part of me is wondering, do I do one after the other? In which case I'd probably do Wilds first. And also that leaves an RPG to have some patches and potential bug fixes, which can be way more troublesome in an RPG, I find, than a game like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's an RPG as well, but you know what I mean. Story-focused ones where quests can break, or saves can be buggered, or stuff can just not work in a really rough way, whereas Monster Hunter's kind of got a track record. It's very unlikely that game will launch in a way that is settingly broken by any means. Whereas Avowed, as good as the previews are, you've always got to be careful. And I'd always advise never pre-ordering in this day and age. So many games, even with good previews and stuff, can launch and just be absolutely busted. The unfortunate reality of things at the moment. So you've got to be careful. I'm just looking for journalism pages, I am excited to see how it goes as well. And from what I saw of the previews, it is very much in that same way of you can start off a certain way and then, like Skyrim, kind of level up your abilities and stuff as you see fit and whatever playstyle you're enjoying at the time. Through melee and magic and range stuff, etc. Those kind of things, like with anything. Give me a two-handed sword, give me a bit of healing magic, give me a bit of lightning magic, I'm golden, I'm sorted. I think the main problem with like Skyrim and Oblivion, by extension, no matter what you do, no matter what build you want to go for and how you're playing the game, you will inevitably become a sneaky archer. Because it's just so efficient to do so. You know, you crouch, you get your little eyeball, you hide it, you bob someone with an arrow. It's like the first time you do that, you're like, oh, I just want to start off this fight with a shot. You know, pull a target over here without pulling a whole pack, that kind of thing. Then you're like, oh, that did a lot of damage. And I haven't even got a decent bow. I haven't upgraded archery at all. And then suddenly, you're a sneaky archer again. I hope whatever Elder Scrolls 6 ends up being, you know, when it comes out in 2040. There are a few more incentives to not go down that path, but we'll see. One of my favourite things with Skyrim, because when Skyrim first came out, I was really... not quite down on it, but I was really angry at it. Because everyone was like overlooking Dark Souls 1 at the time. Which I was really, really enjoying getting around to. And anyone who I was like, oh, if you're enjoying Skyrim, you should try this game. And everyone was just like, oh, that's garbage.
Well done.
Which is really funny to think about nowadays in the wake of Elden Ring. But Skyrim's bug-filled stuff, it's kind of story, and there were a lot of aspects to that game that really frustrated me. But some years later, I went back, I started a playthrough where, after the intro, I just went and spent like a few days earning an honest living. I cut wood. You know, I did that for like a week of in-game time, just chopping wood. It was really cathartic. It's like playing Minecraft or something. You're just doing something really simple and repetitive. You know, obviously not that Minecraft, but when you're just building stuff and you're in that lull and the quiet music takes over. It was actually loads of fun in a really weird way. Alright, what do we got? Let's focus up. Resto Shaman, Assassination Rogue, Early Shaman, Beast Mastery Hunter, and a Mistweaving Monk. A little less clear cut than last time. Probably the Elemental Shaman should be my target. Right, let's see if we can hit this rating. That would be delightful. Get a bit more heal. Nice block. We need a line of sight. I don't think we've seen Life Cocoon yet. Oh, that went my cauterize. Ooh, we got him. That was messy. It was messy. It worked out, but it was bloody messy. I'll take it though. Absolutely. Let's see if we can do it again. As long as I'm not losing rating with this one, I'm happy. We only have to get those 3. 3 points shouldn't be impossible. They walked through it anyway, isn't that nice? Silence. Nasty business. Shield up. Go away, rogue. Not good, not good. I'm gonna go. Yep. Didn't see a good opportunity to ice wall either, unfortunately. Too much panicking, too much flailing. Probably gone for that rogue again. It's just the fact that Rose could just be like, I am going to become untargetable or everything misses. That it's like, ah, please. Mummy rogue, come this way. On that one, all the buttons. Ooh, I got away with that. Not this rogue is so nearly dead. Ooh, nice. Okay, okay. Nearly the halfway point in terms of wins. Down the table to be polite. Whoop. Remember that old savage set. I can't remember if that was Wrath or Cataclysm. It's a nice rogue set though. See what the rogue wants to do. Got the sap running, and then has stopped. Damn. Oh, the totem! No! I hate being stuck in these things. Wrong totem. Wrong target. Get on there. I got frogged. And interrupted. Separate him from the healer. Keep being stunned. Nice, it worked. That was a good ice block. And look, almost at the way at the end of our Mage PvP journey. We've learned. We've gotten better. All to go to crap again once we start playing the druid. Unsurprisingly. To be fair, knowing that Shuffle's a much faster way to go than Blitz, as upsetting as that is, and getting a little more used to the back and forth of Shuffle, maybe we'll do alright. Oh, I need to target my friend. Going for the rogue. Oh, I just missed my meteors. Oh, damn cocoon. Get those bleeds off me. Yep. Get your image going. Get that one going. Get him frozen. Oh, that's just a pile of pets. What am I doing? Not targeting the right things. Oh, I knew it again. Oh, big damage. Oh, barely. Got him though. It's looking good. It's looking good. I think even if we hopefully, even a loss for this last round will be +3 rating. Surely that's +3 rating and we've done it. Oh no. A mixture of excitement and nerves suddenly assaulted my systems. Fine, we just killed the rogue. Maybe the shaman? I don't know. Panic. Got all the time going. Oh, capacitor. Slow the rogue. Put it all over the place. They're going for the shaman. I should probably follow suit. Oh, everybody taking some damage. Steal some heals. I'm just going to go down. I've already done my AoE bubble thing. Plus 28, wait, we've done it! I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank gods. We're clearing free. We're there. The elite PvP set on the Mage. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, let me grab these goddamn journal pages, grab that other rare. Again, I can come back for the armor farming and won't have to do so in war mode anymore. Mage's PvP journey is over. Assuming that the sets for the Undermine patch, it's going to depend on those elite recolors and what I fancy the look of. Origin here is now a rival. Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to get a rare by ourselves. This dude's going to be... yeah. Actually, just turn war mode off and do that now. Let me turn it off, game. I'm sure you could just click the button and it would turn off war mode. Is it 'cause am I in combat? Weird. Alright, let me just hand these in. Sod it. We'll come back to the Siren Isle with him another day anyway. It's fine. We need to go get that armor set now. Oh. That still leaves us about a couple of months. Get it done on the Druid. Which I'm hoping, given how quick Solo Shuffle's been on the Mage compared to the huge amount of Blitz we were doing, we can get it done there as well. Get me back. And all in all, this little journey of learning Mage, especially Fire Mage, which I know Frost tends to be the most popular in PvP, has been for a long time, but it's really hard not to just love chucking immediate instant cast Pyroblast and watching folks explode. It's good stuff. But learning to Ice Wall, learning when to use stuff, and crowd control more often. I still was doing sod all with Polymorph, but you know, we've gotten here, we've done it. May you ethereal swine give me my reward. Caps lock left on by accident the whole time. Ugh. Oh. Do I have a more fitting stick? I think I was looking into some options before getting to this point. It was one of the Shadowlands ones we can't currently get to. That's probably... right? That's a pretty close colour for it. I don't just always want to default to the Legion artifacts. I don't think I have an option that works as well. Nah, why not? Let's do it. 747 gold. God damn it. There he is. We've done it. Elite Mage, Rival Mage, whatever you want to call it. Let's give it a cheer. Now, for the leftover honor and stuff, what I need to do is I need to get that over to my Druid. So we can buy those little like crates. And I can also buy more of these gems. So she can socket her gear a little bit sooner.
I have an extended supply of goods
He's gonna
for
get
Outlanders.
About 4 of them. Okay. Sell my garbage.
My directive has been fulfilled.
And that amount of conquest, I think that's 1 box. Oh no, it's going to be a few boxes. There you go.
My directive.
That's going to be pretty good for the druid. I can't remember if I ended up getting the bloody tokens weapon for or not. Let's get them into the war bank.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
I already have a chunk of them for her. Probably too many, but it's fine. That should be like a full set of gear. Just about. Some epics to eventually be disenchanted. Or worn. More often than not, they'll all get disenchanted.
Return and peruse my inventory.
Ah, excellent. Again, I'm not bothered about going up any higher. I just, if nothing else for transmog sets, once I hit shoulders, it's fine. But obviously, shoulders are the last piece to get, so. Oh. Let's have a look at these stats, though. It's rounds played rather than games played, so you got to then divide that by 6. 90 blitz games played. It's just, if you're trying this journey as well, as fun as Blitz was by comparison, as I enjoy it a lot more playing Rated Battlegrounds, Solo Shuffle is just so much quicker. And it is a lot more stressful, and there is a lot more to learn, especially if you're not using add-ons to keep track of everyone's stuff. But as we've seen there, it is very doable to get to that point. You don't have to read a load of guides, just a couple of build stuff for suggestions or what are most folks playing, jump around a couple of websites, see what floats your boat. I know a lot of mages were using that glass cannon one, but I was not going to survive with that little damage. Oh. Right, what we're going to do is I'm going to have a quick bio break, and then we'll be jumping over to the druid to get her kind of set up and ready, and maybe do a few battlegrounds as practice. Maybe get her to the Siren Isle as well. Just to earn more of the iron. We've got a lot more cosmetics to get in that regard. Alright, let me just tippity type that into the chat. Tippity tappity tap tap. There we go. Alright folks, stretch your legs, refill your beverage. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. See you soon. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Let me just get my headset back on, get situated. Right, on to the druid. Well, a lot of gear considerations to make. I'm not quite sure what state I left her in before the holidays. Oh no, lukewarm tea. Right, one of the things I know I needed to do was actually put some more stuff on bear form. Because I know for druid what you're meant to do when you start getting absolutely bodied and targeted, you swap to bear for that armor. Get your frenzied regeneration going to heal up a little bit and then swap back again. And the other thing I didn't realise with this Avatar of Ashmain thing is you go back into stealth. Or you can go back into stealth. So I need to get Prowl on a button somewhere. I can do so more quickly. I have it on a mouse button, that's fine. Then on bear, what else can I add on here? Don't know. It's happening, it's a whole other world. Probably want, that's already up there, that's fine. Put raw back on as well. Again, I haven't played much druid. Most of the classes I just level up a bit, or went from remix and leveled if I hadn't done them beforehand. It was mainly to get all of the heritage armors and allied race armors, which are pretty great and very much worth it. Tier and I really like all the druid stuff, having all these bone forms and the Drust style stuff. I hope we get more of that eventually. Now, where were we at? Okay, we had the weapon from the bloody tokens, so that's a plus. I have my 4 set as well. But there's plenty of pieces that we need to upgrade. I'm not sure if the... Oh, hello. If the boxes will actually get me pieces completely at random, or if I've got a piece equipped in another slot.
I have an extended supply.
If it'll kind of take that and be kind, but let's grab them all and open them bit by bit. Let's see what we can put together. Then I should have as well of the catalyst down here, because it's been a while. There should be a good chunk of these. Oh, I don't have any eligible items to check. God damn it. We'll find out in a moment. Okay. Let's start and see what happens. Shawl. And the other thing, it might not exactly be the stats I'm after, but I think Mastery was the one I wanted most of all. That's already just a straight up upgrade, so we'll take that. Should be able to check now with the cape. Aye. I got 5 of them, so yeah, I absolutely can upgrade if I need the set pieces, which those were all the bloody tokens as well. So that's 636, and the other stuff 639. It's a little bit, but it helps. All right, and it'll give me emblems I don't necessarily want. I much prefer the passive stuff to the active stuff. I'll equip it for now, just in hopes that it gives me the other one. Like wraps, we'll take it. And it's looking like so far it's giving me stuff I haven't got equipped. Alright, we'd have to turn that into a set piece, but I'll equip it for now, just so hopefully it doesn't give us the chest again. Badge. Again, ideally I want these passive ones just because I'm lazy. I don't like adding more buttons to an already very full hotbar, but the stats going to be hard to argue with. Let's see what else we can get. Oh, okay, they can duplicate. Versatility's better though. We can just sell that one. Same again. Damn. And here I was hoping it would be super kind about it. Shoulders again. Nah, I'd rather it was the green slots game. One more. Pants again. Not ideal. Right, we've got shoulders, head, and chest piece. We need to turn into our set bonus. I need to sell the ones first, just so I don't upgrade the wrong one by accident. Hey, Tarib, you wanted null stones this week. You can go sod yourself.
My directive.
I did null
is to
stones on a
serve.
weekly quest. What are you thinking? And not having a trinket that does the loss of control thing's going to be a problem as well. I don't know if the stat... Well, it's got agility on it, so that's probably better. That still counts as a 2 set piece. I'll keep that just in case.
Return.
Again, the Gladiator set looks pretty good on Alcultarian Druid here, but I really want this blue and silver. That's the whole point of getting these to 1800. Okay, so we have enough to do each of these. The worst part about it is it does not give you versatility, which sucks, because that's what you want for PvP. You want to deal more and take less damage. But the set bonuses are usually more than worth it. So we got to do what we got to do. Sometimes it randomly gives you the versatility as well, which just makes the system more confusing. Not so fortunate in this case, though. There we go. Make sure I've got all the right ones equipped. I do. All crit stuff. Okay. Again, it's going to be another learning curve.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Don't think I have enough conquest to grab up the removal trinket. I want to check.
My directive is to serve you.
No, I do not. Damn. I think I have the honor, though, to grab one socket. Aye, that we do.
My things.
Slap that on our newly acquired helm. That gives us a little bit more versatility, so we can grab a gem for it. So now we just want to go through to the auction house. Oh, hang on. Bloody tokens will still be useful for replacing some of these greens. Which means we're going to be talking to Ruffius again.
Returning to task.
And getting some sparks of war.
May your path
Doing world quests while in war
take
mode and all that.
Conversation.
Get some practice in. Again, it'll be a mess. You will not be seeing the height of gameplay here, but at this point, you already know that. Right. Don't even want to spend a load of money enchanting stuff I'm not going to use, so I can do sockets for the rings as
I
well.
have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
I think I can only do that for the PvE stuff. So we need... Am I looking at the right one? It is Iron Enchantments, isn't it? Yes, settings. That's Dragonflight, though. There wasn't any for... Always remembering every bloody time we go in here. That's just illusions, which are useless. I want leech or speed. It's out of combat. That's not going to help us for the arena. Fall damage is a weird one. They price you, which leads me to believe that's probably the one you want, but I don't want avoidance on Feral. And we're doing Feral because, much as I kind of wanted to do balance, we had kind of a mid-range stuff with the Evoker, we had distant stuff with the Mage, so I figured just changing it up. Let's definitely leech or the speed. Arenas are so small, I think the leech is probably going to be more useful. Then we want the one that gives us the most agility. And I need more gold.
My thanks for your patronage.
Actually, not doing great on gold overall on the account. Our main's got like 30k, but
supply of goods for outlanders.
it's pushing it a little bit. Let's take 12.
Return.
At some point, we're just going to have to sell a load of materials, but I want to keep building up professions on my alts.
My directive is to serve you.
Wait, what was there on the wrists? My wrists are still green. Kind of. Well, they're not expensive, so at least these ones aren't. Is that one just massively better? They're both leech, one's just big. I'll get the cheaper one for now, we're not quite there yet. Anything for gloves? Nothing. Waist? Nothing either. Leg? Right, there's an agility one. Probably want this one because it's agility and stamina. And it's more than the one that doesn't have both, so we definitely take that. Feats. So expensive, the feet ones. A cheap one, mate, but the prices aren't. I don't want to spend that much when I'm going to be replacing the boots. Hold off on them for now. Given our mastery is like... Our mastery is crit, or rather our set bonus is crit stuff. I know I think we want mastery overall, but... How does Tiger's Fury last for that? Right, if that lasts 15 seconds, that goes every 2 seconds, that's like another 8% crit or around there. Probably a little less. Probably want crit to go with these. The mastery is where most of the damage comes from what I understand. But again, I am no expert by any means. Oh, but versatility is what we want. We're playing PvP, so we want versatility, so that's fine. Don't have to worry about it. Where are these? It's like more enchants are suddenly available that weren't here before. At least I don't remember these being here before. It's like upgraded versions of the base ones. The base versatility is 190. And the Rubium one... Oh, it takes some of my mastery while granting more. A little bit more, whereas the Arathi one is a straight up increase. So I probably want that one for conquest ring we've got. Then a cheap one for our green ring still. So that's why the prices of these ones have plummeted, I suppose. And our weapon already has one, so that's all well and good. Cannot socket PvP gear without doing these gems that we have to go and get separately. I think that's all I can get then. Yeah, just going to have to remember to do more as we upgrade as we go. Oh, make sure we do the right goddamn buff. $90. That's $315. Get all these applied with our twizzle hands. It means there was probably a better enchant maybe for the chest, but we'll wait until our full gear is sorted before spending ludicrous amounts more. Alright, that's as much as we can bump ourselves for now. Just have a quick read. Again, we're in Ravage at the moment on Druid of the Claw, because that seemed like the funner one for me. It is a bit RNG though. That one's RNG as well, so never mind. Okay. Ooh, probably want to swap that to the crit. I'm going to trust the talents I set up last time on the other sides. Okay, now it's... How on earth do I play this class again? I know the main thing is you build up all your dots and then you're just biting them repeatedly. I meant to be using Brutal Slash rather than Shred once Shred has its, like, bleed on it the one time. Remember, let's just nip over to a target dummy. Okay, so Shred's the one that does the same thing that Brutal Slash does, so I don't actually need to hit Shred unless I'm using that bonus stealth damage. And I want to be ripping when I'm at enough points. That gives me either an instant entangling roots or the instant heal, which is going to be very useful. Want my Moonbeam for more dots. Those Ravage procs whenever they come up, just a Frenzy. Straight up gives me 5 combo points and bobs me up. Tiger's Fury gives me energy and increases my damage. Don't know if that's the kind of thing I want to pop straight away or not. That'll be figuring it out as we go. Vortex is like stay in place, don't move, or trap a healer. Get rate going as well. And then I need to put the Swarm on when I have enough dots. That keeps them going crazy. What's this one? Yeah, I can leap behind an enemy when I'm prowling. That makes Rake stun. Right here. And then just makes Shred deal more damage. That's kind of about it I need to figure out on stealth. Obviously, when we avatar, as we said earlier, we can go into stealth. Survival Intrincts reduces damage I take. Bart Skin is also reducing damage I take, but gives me healing received. And I can use it while stunned. That's the important part. I can use it while stunned. Got to bear that in mind. There's a lot to figure out here. Skull Bash has range as an interrupt, which that's fantastic, and I need to remember. Most interrupts do not have that kind of range for melee, so... You know, as a base interrupt, I know charge, stuns, but you know what I mean. Because I can use Frenzied Regen without being in bear form, why do I need to go into bear form? Well, it does increase armor by a huge amount. Like, if I'm really getting bodied, I'm going to bugger that up. I'm going to forget to jump into bear form the whole time. I've got it down here. I've also have the Kultiran Haymaker to just punch people, which I don't know how useful that's going to be when it's got a charge time. It does stun on a 3-minute cooldown, so maybe that's something to just whack a healer with on occasion. Don't want to jump straight into rated arenas yet. I want to be earning a little more, practicing a little more first, and try and get some of these greens dealt with. Oh, the catch-up for bloody tokens is now gigantic, so that's not even a problem. How many do I have? Sod all. Alright, we'll get queued up for some random battlegrounds. Roll is Packed House, which is big arena. 15 players per team in smaller, ridiculous. Join that. Join Packed House. Assuming it actually works for once. And we might as well queue up for the epic one as well. Try and get the conquest win for each of them. In the meantime, we'll head to Hallowfall first to do our Sparks of War over there. And then if we bang out some world quests while in war mode, we will gain more of those bloody tokens. The end goal again being our elite PvP set, which is this lovely silvery colour for the druid. I'm a really big fan of this whole gladiatorial vibe they've got going for him. The big animal shoulder piece, it's great. I was really surprised on the PTR to see a lot of the sets for Undermine are not goblin themed. The ones in the zone are, but the actual tier sets are not, so it's just going to be checking out the different colours at that point. Seeing if there are any that are to me liking. I believe the monk is a white and gold, so that's certainly piques my interest. Now the druid one at the end of Dragonflight was that very paladin look. I was like, didn't go through the solo shuffle at the time. I was too nervous about it. Which is wild to say now that I'm doing it on stream, but you know. Right, hang on. What am I doing? Get your bearings. Go clear some world quests. Is war mode turned on? It is. Fantastic. Most folks will still be in the Siren Isle, so we should be alright. Actually do some gathering as well.
Help us clear the path.
Which is a weird thing about the Siren Isle, that they don't have any gathering nodes. I simply don't know why that's the case. Nasty poison. Now I have remove. It does remove poison. Fantastic. There's a chest back here as well. Grab that. And that's why Prowl's on there, because it immediately puts me in kitty form. Okay, that doesn't take me out of stealth. Conquest monster. The damage! Wait. Hang on. This doesn't bode well if a random level 80 can just body me in. What happened there? I mean, I didn't stun it. Didn't use any of my cooldowns. I just figured it's a level 80. I'm going to be oh no. This druid journey is going to be short-lived, isn't it? It's not going to go well at all. It's alright. Thankfully, this isn't, you know, on the internet forever, so people can just see it. And everyone knows that I'm absolute garbage. Now, I know it's a quest mob, but now I'm just determined to kill it. Right, throw the damage I'm taking. We'll slash. Do it again. Shoot the swarm over. Rip. Should have ripped first. Feral Frenzy. Get that heal. Let's do the Ashmane thing. It's done. I'm gonna die again. Because I'm stood in the water. Oh, right. An infection that does loads of damage if you don't jump. Well, to be fair, I simply didn't remember that was a thing. Imagine if players had abilities like that. Remember to jump, otherwise you take loads of damage from this dot. I suppose it wouldn't even be that powerful because then people, you know, you just jump. So it wouldn't be a bother in PvP. The more you know. Okay, regular enemies, we're fine. It's all good. I'm not sure if that wild charge is actually taking me out of stealth or not. So again, when I rate usually, yeah, the two symbols come up. Whereas the one, okay, so it will break me out of stealth. Good to know. Oh, is it epic one? Sure, see if we can get a win. Oh no, it's Ashran. The problem with Ashran, at least in its current state in this queue, is the battleground itself isn't really a battleground because both teams just run straight to the other side's base to kill the boss, rather than have any of the objectives matter or it feel like PvP in any reasonable way. It was a really cool idea. I played a little bit of it when it was like current content, not a lot.
Hello.
Because WoD was one of those.
See you around.
I played a lot at the start.
Our mission is to secure Ashran and the ancient artifacts scattered across it.
But it was an expansion where I didn't stick around for a long period of time.
And retrieve the artifacts before the Horde does. We cannot allow the Horde to
Any
obtain
mage
the power
tables?
found
Not
on
that
this
it matters.
for the Alliance.
Oh, some food. And there's a table. And cup. Travel form isn't the same as just being mounted, so these battlegrounds I need to be actually on something. I didn't reorganize my transmog. It's fine. At least until we get our full set past the greens. Need a mount that kind of fits with my colour scheme more, but yeah, we're fine for now. Don't know why I picked the Dragon Hawk. Alright. Now it's just to race against time. There was one time I did this where on the enemy faction a mage came over and just froze loads of our group going, and that won them the entire game because we were just disrupted and slower. Watch, we're all gonna go in a big... Oh wait, some people don't know. Look, there's only this... Oh, they're just going into the mine to do the objective. Or follow the herd. I mean, both teams are suddenly here in the middle. Maybe something changed. Fascinating. Alright. Maybe we get a fight. Laggy mess it will be. I feel like I need to... I'm a sneaky, so I need to get to the back line. Kill the Shadow Priest. This rep paladin who's not getting involved. Try to. And boobled. Oh no. No, there's a load of horde behind me. This was a mistake. Big mistake. At least they're hitting me and not other members of the team higher ahead. Oh yeah, absolute flummox. Alright, how on earth do you play this battleground then if we're not all running to the other side? What other objectives? I know we're meant to killing enemies at some point, capturing areas. The map is not making it clear. It's just like one lane at that point and push to the other point by the looks of it. Volturian horse. Mighty steed. Have a swig of his beverage. Make sure you all do the same. Keep yourselves hydrated. What is that? Melee on the front lines in the road of glory have become emboldened. 100% health and healing taken and reduced reduction share. I assume both teams have that buff?
I have returned. Submit, peasants, to the might of the great Ogre Empire.
No, I don't think we will. Okay, I just get stuck in. Catch those in the front. Rebuff everyone where I can. NPC. Go. Revenge, Paladin. Revenge! Oh, they got boobled. What for, game? Works favour for your faction by defeating his bodyguard. I mean, I wasn't there, but I'll take it. Ow, 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 ow. Get me up there. Too many barricades. Just line of sight a little bit and stay safe. And if we die too many times, we lose reinforcements and we lose that way, so don't want to be a complete numpty. I say standing in the AoE trying to stealth. No King's just a ghost fighting for us now, I guess. Damage numbers at the end of this are going to be horrendously bad because nothing's happening. Get me in, get me up. Stun you. Blow them back that way. Ow, ow, ow. Nope. Keep remembering to use my heal button. Start building up the dots. Fun spinny noise of brutal flash. Wapapa. Damn monk bubble. Hate that move. I hate that move so very much. Suddenly so very invincible. In a way that's very upsetting to chase. Attacking trees. Oh no, Ghosty Boy is just following us all the way up then. Guess we just keep knocking down these gladiators then as they come. Objective is not clear other than push straight. Ravage again. Well, like other classes, there'd be a pop-up whenever Ravage kind of procs, but it doesn't happen. I'm just trying to keep an eye on my bar, which is annoying. These gladiators keep spawning. I'll just take a win, to be fair, on this battleground. The other times we've done it on alliances, it has not gone well. It's looking like they're going to keep spawning, but... Oh, what happened? Suddenly in it. No, no thank you. I don't want it. I don't want to be in there right now.
The Alliance be at the gates to arm soldiers of the Horde.
Oh, fantastic. We are at the gates. Don't fall off. Sweet Jesus. It's explosions and AoE and madness. Glad we're not just lagging out. Nothing else. Fell down there. Maybe I can go and fight some stragglers. Trying to get a flank going. Oh no, ogre friend is now gone. Other folks doing this. Some folks about over there. No idea what they're doing. There's no getting in there in a stealthy manner. No, it's just death. You can't even get close. It's a waste of a life at that point. You don't just want to sit back and do bloody nothing though on a single bridge with no other way round from what I can... Maybe there's like... I know there's the way round people would use where you go around the back here to get in to just kill the boss, but... It's like how they used to build... I can't say if it's the way they did it anymore, but it's how they build maps in Overwatch. There were very few points that were truly just one way in and out. There was always a way to kind of sneak around and stop someone who was kind of posted up somewhere and get around it. Because otherwise you just end up in these big choke points that become this often frustrating battle of attrition, like we're seeing here. Especially if you're melee. It's like, if I was on my mage, I'd be having a great time with throwing meteors down, with chucking AoE across. It'd be fantastic. It's a long way back to the battlefield as well. In Snowflake Valley, you've got the different graveyards in between. That's in the same vein as this one. You do the objectives more, but it still feels more like a boss rush than it does a battleground. You know what I mean? And I think it's hard to design those bigger battlegrounds because each of them are like that. Even Isle of Conquest, which has a lot more going on and I tend to enjoy, is still kill boss at end. You know what I mean? It feels kind of against PvP in a weird way. Get in, do a bit of damage, get out maybe? Just chuck Moonfire on different stuff and then run away. take. I need to leave. It's alright, we're well ahead on reinforcements. Like, this is a pretty foregone conclusion. And somehow the boss is here? I thought he was inside the keep. What is he doing? Absolute maniac. Guess we just kill their pets at the front at this point. Ow, 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 get out of that. No! Oh, I got Death Knighted. I'm just... Hit the AoE button. Put some bleeds on. And we're running back again. I have an opportunity to kind of haymaker someone with that cast time. Strange racial ability as well. Tauren have their little war stomp. But that charge time for that seems a lot faster and a lot more useful. But you know, it's there and I can use it in cat form, so that's a plus. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice map, it's just... eh. Honestly, I don't know what they do with Epic Battlegrounds other than some kind of major overhaul. And I wouldn't know what the community... If anyone out there who PvPs regularly, let me know your thoughts, whether that's live now or in the comments later. What are the things you'd want to see with changes to PvP? Like, for me, with that new focus on trying to get Blitz and that more casual than solo shuffle folks to earn rating, they just need to increase the amount you get or lower the amount you lose. Because when the queue times are longer and the games take longer, there's no point doing it when you could solo shuffle if your goal is just to get rating. Which, you know, for me, it's just to get those elite PvP sets. And creating more battlegrounds to add into the pile, I don't think solves a lot of the problems. Right, we're not encouraging... War mode helps to encourage a little bit of world PvP, but not in the way that in ye olden days. Like, say, in Burning Crusade, you'd be contesting areas of the maps on the world. More because those buffs, more than anything, were really useful. Or at least desirable enough where folks would still fight for them, even expansions later. Do a bit of off-healing as well. Oh, not if I lose it. Cat, please. Numb. They are driving us back. It's so hard as melee to even know where to get involved. I'm trying to just wait for someone to jump in. They go down so quickly to our range stuff. AoE some minions. This one. I mean, the music is sufficiently intense. I'm just going to keep attacking pets. Doesn't mean me other melee back here. Yeah, we'll fight these pets. For the course. Oh, I can skull bash you. Yes, get you stunned. Not really a good way to kind of learn your class and rotation and stuff like this either. It's just a mess. No, I do love the mess of a big battleground. It's silly, it's fun, it's ridiculous. But again, you kind of just have to be playing a ranged class to enjoy it the most, because otherwise that's all it's going to write if you want to get into the thick of it. I think even as maybe a Blood Death Knight could walk in and be fine. You know, I tend to be so survivable. No, but a timer is going to run out. and we are ahead on the point, so that will be a win. But this quest is kill the dude for 250 conquest, so that's just going to sit in the quest log, I suppose. Oh, we're about 1:30, right? Let me time how long this ride takes once we hit the edge of the gate. 24. I know in rated battlegrounds they give you like a mount speed boost, so you're just back at stuff quicker. Almost wish they'd do it for these, but I suppose then you're just keeping the battle of attrition going rather than letting, you know, if a team starts wiping the other, giving them a chance to push forward or push back. If everyone can get back there immediately, what's the point? Might as well have the graveyard next to where everyone's dying and it just being an absolute clustermuck. Huge number of herbs. Why? In a battleground? Wait, Valley still have all of its herbs? I don't know. They've pushed off the bridge a little bit. Do a little bit and then run. So that bark skin comes in. Attack some trees. Trees, please, Gabe. Get these cats. Oh, he went immune just as I went for the stun. Do that, do the bear heal, push some back. Run! Stampeding ropes, so everybody run. So many dots. Get line of sight behind this pillar. Another heal. Retreat. I like the ebb and flow of just us running from this sudden mass of aggression. Wait, the timer ran out? What does that mean? Fight's still going? I don't understand. This game mode is horrendously unclear. I guess that means the Horde have an opportunity to completely turn this fight around. If most of us are just running back and they keep pushing and keep picking off stragglers. I'd like to think my stampeding roar saved a couple of lives. Yep, you can see the absolute mess of it over there. The elements and the stars just raining down. Light and hellfire about. Again, it's just trying to chuck a couple of moonfires, chuck that plague, even though there's no dots on anyone. But got to remember, if I can hit them, they can hit me. Fight this dude. Oh, capacity totem. Then we bark skin. Then we move. What happened? I don't know why I'm back here. I flee. I don't flee. There's nowhere to flee. Waterform. We wore us away. No, you have not seen me. Well, now it's going to be that same scenario of I'm in the back line, but I'm just going to get murdered the moment people notice I'm there. You never know, maybe I'll get someone. Someone half asleep at the wheel. No, you haven't seen me. Don't do this. Need to build up more meter for that. Oh, somebody else got involved. Now here I thought I could actually see how my skills were going. Oh, we're doing alright. Maybe won that. Oh, the timer is just for next battles. It's suddenly not looking good. I thought this was a clear-cut victory, but nay. What are they in on top of that tower? Should be able to get up. No, I won't. Because we're now stuck at a bridge again. Too many trees. Just murder the pets. Over, run away. Murder this crab. And then we lost a load more reinforcements. You're caught out now, Paladin. Small victories. I don't understand when they won that bit why they're now suddenly really pushed back. I don't quite get it. Entangled. My little Azeroth thing to stop them running away. Ow, capacitor totem just bouncing me around. Going to hit that potion because why not at that point? We're just fleeing again. And now we're going to lose. Fantastic. all I'm doing is attacking bloody dinosaurs. Not dying in the process. Yeah, I don't know with this. I don't know. Certainly don't feel inclined to queue up for another one. Again, out of all of the current epic battlegrounds, this is probably the one I enjoy the least, to be fair. Isle of Conquest I enjoy. You can go around the map, you can have a few fights with that one. Yes, it turns into that whole rush thing at the end, and it tends to be whichever side has more players just using all the vehicles at your disposal tends to get there first, but you can do stuff like get the airship and do some bonus damage, or make sure you're using the bombs and stuff. In Outright Valley, sometimes you can just go off and have fights with folks who want to do the same, but it is still kind of dictated by the ever-rushing mass, for lack of a better term. I think I caught that one in there. You get a load of people leaving and joining. I don't know what else to do other than shoot moonfires and occasionally shoot those little plague things in there. And just have a bleed on everybody. The moment you step too far in, that's where the Death Knights get you again. I bet my damage is horrendous as well. Oh yeah, not good at all. But in some, Balance Druid should probably be doing higher than me with the ability to be ranged, but what a hold it against him. Anyone who can be queuing up to the battlegrounds. In terms of gear, you know. And familiarity for that matter.
Trade has overwhelmed our airships, but the road to the causeway is treacherous. Help us clear the path.
Oh, suddenly the game feels way smoother as well. Don't notice it till you're in something where, for some players, that'll be hell. I remember early days of playing WoW, being on a box of a computer, a box of a screen, where you'd go into Maltrek Valley and the first maybe 8 minutes, you weren't moving. It was just the just 1 frame a second, everybody going. Something nostalgically silly about it, but it was a nightmare. I do remember it fondly. Just because it was such a spectacle at the time. I hadn't played any MMOs or all like that, so it was so much just to see. And stood out for that reason.
Creatures along the path are quelled. Our caravans are now
Need to move that
able
up
to
there.
ascend to the earthen.
Some ore, grab some herbs. Do need to keep some form of stockpiling going. Good. More sparks needed. Oh my goodness. Lord Andistraz and a race. It's been a while.
Join us, and we can see how your skills are coming along.
My goodness. Lord Andistraz. An utter delight as ever. Hope you survive through this set of expansions, and we see you all the way in whatever new world awaits us in the World of Warcraft. I am very fond of it. I know we're going to have races for the goblin cars we're going to be getting. How elaborate they may be remains to be seen. Given they said you can go pretty bloody fast, I'd be very interested to find out. I can't imagine it'll be something I'll go crazy over, but happily do some investigating. I'm sure there'll be in a similar vein some world quests to push you in that direction. Maybe there's a big story quest where you have to race down Gazlowe. Not Gazlowe. Gallywix. Get him to his raid by running him in. Big death race style thing where you and a load of competitors are all there. Gallywix is in the race. Then Gazlowe's in the race and everybody's there. Owena's there for good measure, just in a druid form, running alongside all the
Nicely
cars.
done. You and your Drake are exceptional.
Kinds of stuff they can do with it.
Need to let off some steam? I hear there's someone nearby who's itching for a fight.
No, reviews, I think they're already... Oh, no, there is someone down there. Are they in a group or not, though? That is always the question.
The Cobus have turned this area into a war zone. Get in there before the fighting spreads to our Arathi friends.
Wait, what's the name on the map?
There's a
Ponza.
cache of resources nearby. Find it before you have to fight over it.
One's Ponza. Oh, he's already gone. Which means we sneak over and we grab the bounty. No. There's just fighting happening here, which is great. Ow. Back in and do some more. Oh, that little warrior thing. Bite. Oh, and then he did that one. Regen. No. Wait for it. Nom.
Never be said that the earthen make for bad neighbors. Excellently done.
Went alright. A few bonus sparks of war as well. So the battle kind of died down. We got some kills. That felt alright. A druid. Or druided. There's no good word for it. How are these other battlegrounds looking? Jesus. 42 minutes in each. An average wait time of 6 minutes for a random battleground. Feels a little like a mick take. Oh, hang on. The battle's still going down there. Go on then. I need the honor. I need the bloody tokens. So. Where is this person? Up. And they're down again. And random battleground. Oh, he's just running. Fine. Deepwind Gorge. And ideally we can get our conquest win. Have any of those PvP specific stuff you can win? Nay, I do not. You know, sometimes you can get those like feasts and stuff.
My
junk
goods
off
are
here.
crafted with great care. Travel safe.
Delicious healthstone. Have a nosy at people's transmogs. Old BC stuff, anniversary stuff. Ooh, a mix of stuff on that warlock. Go for kind of a sickly yellow and low blue vibe. I like it. Like post Draenei set, solid. Big bony rogue set. Oh no, it's a hunter set. I swear that was a rogue set, but alright. It's working out for him. Hodgepodge rogue. Doing alright. That's that Gallywix mount from somewhere in Battle for Azeroth, I think. And it's all covered in azurite and shiny. Angry Spider mount. Yeah. Seems to be an interesting transmog under there, but I can't tell because they're a Shadow Priest and therefore shadowy. Summer-loving Drakfir. Very fancy. Can't really tell with that Warlock either. Set I don't recognise. Sickly green spiky rogue. Alright, we're going in. Come, horse! Oh, I should rebuff people again, just because more have joined. Right, usually I'd say go for the centre for AoE things, but now I'm a sneaky bugger, so do I still do so? Probably. I want to win the centre and branch out from there. Nobody has gone up to the farm, though. Oh, those two might be going up to the farm. Both of those, so I immediately get combo points. Oh, and we just got him. Sure. It didn't really work, that. I meant to hit the button I've got on my V just to get 5 combo points, but I hit it and I did not get 5 combo points, so it's confusing. Didn't he let him run? Cut him up. Go get the other one. Safe. See if we can run over and grab the farm. So I enjoy Blitz, just, I don't know, something about regular, it's not overly big, so everything's just a complete bloody mess. Like, the arena around you is readable, as are fights by comparison. Rogue went invisible. Gently paw the ground. A silly animation, but it's nice. Need to go back to the middle. And we have most of them. GG Alliance. If we can get it all the way there. They've taken it back. In the direction of the other one. Let me try and catch that group out rather than go and claim the other one. Just because then we're going to lose this point here. Sorry, friend. I'd rather help those in need over here. If we can. Oh, got too many bugs. Ravage, more bleeds. He's bleeding, so I swapped somebody else. Ooh, big damage. Where did that come from? The moon hit me in the face. At least they're still bleeding. The long-term effects of Kitty. Get back in and help. Ow. Round the side. Way faster on all my buttons. The moon again. At least we're stopping them from capturing it. Between us all going back one by one. Which does leave us pretty far ahead, to be fair. Not the farm. Okay. It's just about all 5. Right there, Warlock. Right, get leads on you, swap to you, put the leads on you instead. So many bleed. That worked out. Going to next. Probably folks going to the ruins. Yep, that they're out. Come here. More ravaging. They're running. Is he stunned? There's the stun, right? Yes, it is. Good, good, good. Learning the class. It's okay. Let's snuck past to the other one. That's right. This is a lead where things would have to go horrendously wrong in a way that's insane. I think after this one, we stay in queue for the brawl and then just see about getting our Sparks Award done. Call it for the day, I think. Nice, they got it. That's lowest offended, middle or farm. Check the middle. But I think, yeah, that score's going up so quickly. There we go. How are we doing damage-wise? 44 mil, which in the grand scheme of everybody else is not very good. Better than some of the other DPS. But certainly a far cry from the Mage or the Evoker that we need. It's going to take some learning. It was the same on both of them, to be fair. Took a while to get to the point where I felt confident in a fight. Right, people are still fighting. No bounty. Let's move on. Get the Sparks of War. Quicker to do them on the world quests. Unless it's super busy down here. There's like one dude fighting, maybe. Oh, nope, there's a chunk going on. Oh, go on then. Can I help myself? Unless this is a group. Which it might be. Why isn't my health stone working? Sadness. Get me back in, Gabe. Want to more fight, please? And watch for some of that AoE. Just like a tanks parade? What's happening here? It is, they're all tanks. They'll be beating on each other forever. Certainly won't be getting any Sparks of War if that's what's going on. I do like the idea they are just battering the walls of each other. They do seem to be swapping whenever someone else joins the fray, and then the three of them go back to just pounding the ground. Maybe it's those two just focusing on that elf. You haven't seen me? Yeah, it is. It was a 2v1. Let's see.
Opportunity's knocking. If you've got the metal, there are valuables waiting to be won.
There's some alliance about. Maybe we get a war chest. And the voidy light of Belladar. There's the flying machine. I think that trajectory is, yeah, it's going to drop off at that bridge. In which case, okay, we got some alliance there. Also got some horde there. Why are these alliance attacking me? Wait, 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 wait. We're outside of the free-for-all zone. How can they be... Just unstun me. Let me get this one move off. No! And the Horde have descended.
Got a real troublemaker on our hands. Take them on, if you think you're up to it.
They got it. Such is the fate of most chests. But why? Why was that human and dwarf tagged as Horde? I'm Kultiran. I'm Alliance. Right, I get that. So why on earth... I don't get it. Something weird going on. You can't enlist to the other faction unless it's in a battleground, so... Very odd. Very curious. Let's continue on with our Sparks of War. Only need these 3 world quests, and that's probably going to get it done. Got a lot more to learn with a druid.
Get the zoomies and misbehave. Take one for a run before it maims someone.
Right, hang on. I've got to go fight a load of recruits first.
New reserves are readying to enter the front lines. Sparring with you would teach them much.
Spar. Spar.
Be alert.
Ah.
When the starships seek shelter.
Very good.
The flame burns for all of us.
We are the holders of hope.
Ow. I trying to remember all the different symbols. Like the little, not thumbnail, you know what I mean? These little icons that I need to be like, right, that means I've got that dot on. Just so I know at a glance that I've applied all I need and can then focus on damagey stuff. Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to.
Greetings, outsider.
I've been big on the whole dot game, so it's all very new to me. Or Greek to me, as they'd say. Go, bugs.
Fierce as always. Your skills are a sight to behold.
Alright, not far off now. This one is Ride the Lynx. There's still that treasure here for this cat that wants something that I never discovered what the kitty wanted. No idea. It's not like I went and really investigated the city to that point. Right, what was I doing with this lynx? Enriching its life. Whee! Not like meat on the ground or something? Yes. Just piles of meat in the street. That's what you want. Starting to smell after a while. Grow mouldy. Oh, he got stuck. Poor thing. That'll be the expansion where the Army of Light comes for us all. Just a herd. Absolutely, like, the riders are around Lord of the Rings, but it's all lynxes. All yowling with the zoomies. Leaping over Stormwind's walls. Pretty funny, to be fair. And I can't be sure whether they'll get into... Was it start War Within? You do some, like, there's a lot of setup, there's a lot of foreshadowing, there's a lot of tiny details that are going to come into play later. But it's how much of all this Arathi Empire stuff will actually make it into this series of, again, for whatever reason they don't like calling it a trilogy, but what it is, I guess.
Well done. Another win under your belt.
What does it mean? Because it could well just be set up for something way down the line, you know, after Last Titan, and they are just putting all these threads in motion so that they can pull on them later on, you know? You don't want... Once all the old threats are gone, you're going to need something new, and a giant holy empire out to kill everyone, that's certainly a lot to deal with. That's an expansion worth endeavor.
We need intelligence. Take pictures of the Nerubians in
Oh,
Livia's
bit of
patience with
Pokemon
this
Snap.
borrowed
Or we
stealth
call
disc.
things... Why not? I need to play a new one of those. It was gifted to me as a Christmas present some many years ago, but I just tend to not be on my Switch very much. And I certainly wouldn't be streaming it because Nintendo are not very kind on this platform when it comes to folks putting stuff out there. It just wouldn't be worth the cost of it maybe happening, you know? But it is one I do want to get around to at some point. I really enjoyed the old one on the N64. Had a great old time with it.
Excellent.
I think that people liked the
We'll
new
put
one.
these pictures to good
It's not like I did deep dives into the reviews or all, but folks seem to like it. Right, those are all our sparks. Just gather these couple of bits right next to me. Then we will head on back to Ruffius. Call it for the morning there. Having achieved our first goal on the Mage. Now, Druid's got some gear set up. We've got a ways to go, that's for sure. I have enough conquest actually to get the other trinket I want, which we can do. But I'm confident. Oh, pardon me. I'm confident that through solo shuffle we can get the druid to that point and have the 1800 before Undermine comes out. Oh, brawls. Right, Ruffius. Give me bloody tokens, you.
Is your query crucial? Cycles are short.
What? Why? What? Oh. Get a miscellaneous toy. Forged flag of victory. Place it on an enemy corpse in front of you. Sure. Sure, why not?
I have an
Right, there should be enough bloody tokens to get some bits and bobs.
Outlanders.
Boots and belt probably next. Then I can get one more thing. Doesn't sell neck pieces here. So the wrists, even though we lose our little leech enchant, still better. Then
My directive
can we
has
afford
been
the trinket?
fulfilled.
Well, we can. Excellent. Well, I'll eventually just need to redo and get the other one.
Return and peruse my inventory again.
Oh, I don't even have it on my bloody up bar. This is what I mean about the active ones. It's, yeah. Peeve me off. It's a lot of health is 1.1 million. There we are.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
Awesome.
My things.
We're set up to be doing more tomorrow or another day. I think after 2 days of PvP, maybe I do something a little more chill, like go and level some alts or whatnot. I'm unsure. We'll see what tomorrow, how I feel when we get to tomorrow. But with that, folks, I'll say thank you very much for watching. Enjoyed yourselves, hit that like button for me. Help push the videos through the algorithm so more folks can come join this community and watch some games of us or hang out in these Warcraft mornings. Subscribe for more content here on the channel. The weekdays we're at 9 AM with World of Warcraft and 6 PM in the evenings with other games. UK time, of course. And you can find all the games we've already covered right here in the playlist section of the channel to binge to your heart's content. Until next time, folks, much love, take care,